We trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do some real here. You know what I mean? I got in my Diddy mode. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash goosmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf. The smooshmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gave me the ooshkash muash. I love it.
Whatever the diddler gave you, Orlando, please give it back. And have you guys ever noticed that the kids who end up in Hollywood never came back the same? It's truly sinister.
Umbrellas there have been shielding the entrance to his home. He has stayed out of sight since Homeland Security agents were here on Monday doing that search warrant, doing that raid, and since headlines after that have gone global about a sex trafficking investigation. The private guards at Two Star Island spent hours fussing with umbrellas to shield the car. If there were decoys to throw off onlookers there to track Sean Diddy Combs, it worked. Those vehicles left the house shortly before we learned Combs' private plane had landed at Opa-locka Airport just after 1.
Meanwhile...
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
This video, I'm a Savage, takes on a whole new meaning. Take a look.
His freak-out parties. In attendance were celebrities, politicians, athletes, international dignitaries like British royalty, Prince Harry, and music label executives. Lil Rod claimed some of the biggest names in the recording industry sponsored these parties with sex workers, drugs, and underage girls. The CEO of Universal Music, Lucian Grange, is named as a defendant. So is the former CEO of Motown Records, Ethiopia, Habert Mariam, and others. Lil Rod says hidden cameras were in every room of Diddy's homes. Lil Rod believes that Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Salacious tapes of Hollywood's biggest names, including record CEOs and politicians, doing drugs and cavorting with prostitutes and minors. The complaint argues that these freak-off parties were a business model. Young and up-and-coming talent attended and were promised career opportunities and access to music executives. They were then plied with drugs and alcohol, filmed. Some were blackmailed. There was a quid pro quo, according to the complaint. Lil Rod said not only were these music executives sponsoring these parties, they were handing Diddy large sums of cash that he used to pay for the sex workers and drugs. Something tells me the IRS is going to be interested.
They're raiding Diddy, the diddler, Sean Epstein Combs. But yet, you're telling me they can't release the Epstein customer list? The divisionary tactics are at an Olympic gymnastics level. Now, here's my technical analysis. I think this whole thing is just a cover-up for the people who are really behind it. And I also think that they're trying to get rid of Diddy before he gets to the evidence. Now, just to throw it out there, Diddy didn't kill himself.
To speak freely is directly correlated with your insignificance. You're allowed to talk if nobody listens. If people start listening, you have to be very careful what you say. Now, if you're P. Diddy and you fuck people in the ass and you fuck underage kids and you do drugs and you do all this shit, that's fine as long as you comply with the system, comply with the matrix, understand who your owner is. He's obviously pissed one of them off because they're all doing it. And what happens is if you start to rebel a little bit or you get too big for your boots, then they teach you a lesson because every single person in the entertainment industry is owned. But if you're standalone like me and you refuse to bend or to bow or to go to these parties or to sign these sponsorship contracts or your soul, then they're going to hit you with lawfare like they did. They don't want you to be big unless you're owned so they can tell you what to say. I'm not owned, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, which is why they're trying to ruin my life. And guess what? I don't give a fuck.
No.
Put me in jail.
No, and do you know what?
I'm a fucking tough guy.
Yeah, no, and do you know what? I completely agree.
Now let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. From the looks of it, it looks like Diddy's past professional ties are getting nicely tied off. Because when Diddy goes down, he doesn't take them all with him. And by all of them, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about.
I don't got no celebrity friends because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, None of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills,
Right.
Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
Wait,
Hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now.
Kanye talks like a man who really truly understands how the world works behind these shady curtains. And people were saying he lost his mind, Kanye has gone crazy. But as a matter of fact, he was telling you guys the truth all this time. You see, when they can't control you, they try to control how people see you. Andrew Tate, Russell Brand, just to name a few. You see where I'm going with this?
On the labels, on the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, and this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I fuck with your demo, that shit, bad boy, but hey, Playboy, hey, here go a watch, Playboy, here go a chain, Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap? This nigga like, nah.
I was doing it for 2 years.
Yo, but the jet leaves at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, we going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy, and then one day this Diddy, me and Diddy was smoking, he was like, you know what I've been thinking? You belong with Dr. Dre. No, you don't say. But yeah, so Diddy told me that, and before I went to go fuck with Diddy, I went to go fuck with Suge. And Suge had, at this time, if you remember, he had Eastwood, Crooked Eye, Corrupt,
Right.
and Left Eye. And I felt like, I was young, and I had my whole hood with me. My city was behind me, like Death Row.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to be signed to Death Row? It's Pac, it's Snoop, it's Dre, it's Suge. And plus, I didn't give a at that time about nothing. I wanted to do the music, but I was still heavy in the streets.
Tell me you're a diddler victim without telling me you're a diddler victim. What he meant to say was he dated the diddler for 2 years.
Gay. The nigga Puff was like, first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like,
Right.
why don't we go shopping or some shit? I mean, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga fucking. Wait. This nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But this is a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. Trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there. You sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures with me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look. Later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen. I'm trying to tell.
P. Diddy, if you're out there watching this, I need you to report to the nearest rainbow.
Diddy has been making the rounds with however many ladies as he can, yet it hasn't halted the reports about his clashing sexuality. 25-year-old Jay Versace has quite recently added to the tales with claims that while visiting Diddy at his home months prior, the rapper bent him over on his monster outside bed, guaranteeing that Jay's vague remarks affirms Diddy's secret gay exercises. Jay Versace is an American social media personality who is known for his comedic content and as being the funniest teenager on the internet. When he was at the peak of his fame, Diddy invited him over to his Los Angeles mansion for a party. A gathering of some female TikTokers posted a throwback pic showing them playing on Diddy's outdoor bed. That's when Jay crept into the comments and made a few touchy charges towards Diddy, revealing Diddy had him bent over on the bed. Jay did not explain the circumstances around him being folded over with Diddy.
Diddy likes men, but he likes men who are straight. It's a control thing with him. He's not only twisted, he's cruel, and he's done a lot of horrific things. You bet his day is coming. Diddy in these pictures looking like he's thinking about his other boyfriends. You see, being gay is one thing, but being a gay predator is something else. As the Bible said, what is done in the dark always eventually comes to the light.
But did you party with Diddy a lot?
Oh, no, not really. I would go to the party and leave early.
Why wouldn't you stay late?
I go to the party and leave early. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't invited to too many of those parties.
Why didn't you stay late, like after hours? Did it get crazy after that, or what?
I don't know what goes on after hours, but
He wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
Now you know why. Cat Williams said this.
Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Now let's look at the big picture here. And this is why I love you guys, because the people in the comment section, some of you guys stay 3 steps ahead. This could be all one big distraction, a smoke screen to distract us while there's a whole genocide going on in Gaza. Now, gentlemen, this is just the tiny tip of the iceberg. And from here on forward, things are about to get crazy. Stay safe out there, my friends. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
2024 is going to be very chaotic. It's going to be weird. There's some weird movies coming out. How many guys saw the recent movie, Leave the World Behind? Anybody saw that movie there? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know all these. Am I watching a movie or is this a documentary, realistic thing? And then I'm seeing Mark Zuckerberg just spent $100 million building a house in Hawaii with a nuclear bunker. What does he know that the rest of the world doesn't know about? Talk about the timing. Oh, accidentally, coincidentally, a week after that movie comes out, a new movie comes out. What's the name of that movie? Civil War. Leave the world behind. Our power grid in America hasn't been updated. 75% of it hasn't been updated in 50 years. And you're kind of talking about that. Then you're pinning whites against blacks. There's a line in the movie that says, Dad, you know if something goes down, we can't trust these white people. I know that's something both you and Mom agree on. Why do you put that line in the movie, Barack? And you were helping with the script. Why would you put that in the movie? Why would you put that in the movie? Barack, weren't you the same guy that gave a talk at the DNC in 2004 about bringing people together? What happened to that guy?